Hello everybody, I'm KRX. Welcome back. This is going to be a massive throwback, and I could probably count on one hand the amount of people that are going to even recognize what they're about to be looking at, but many people missed this. This was the very first town that we ever did on Twitch. This was the first time we ever played City Skylines on Twitch, and this is what we made. Now, I have not actually toured the city yet completely. I just looked at a couple things. Confirmed that there's like a high level of jankiness. Okay, so full disclosure, full disclaimer, there is going to be some janky things going on in this tour. That being said, I don't know exactly. I haven't I feel like rather than just doing a full tour, it's going to be more of like almost a review. I'm just going to be exploring what we did here. It's a pretty small city relative to what we do now. It's a pretty small city. We probably only spent 2 months on it, or 2 weeks on it, sorry. 2 weeks on it. We probably started this at the very, very, very end of March, and we probably spent about 2 weeks working on it. And this is what we had. This was playing with almost no mods. We had some, basic, utility mods like getting rid of the chirper and getting rid of automatically bulldoze abandoned buildings, stuff like that. So the city originally started in this tile here, right? If we can imagine this being a tile. It came in, we have this one-way system, very classic start, right? Where you just have sort of this main one-way thing. I mean, this is how most people start their city when they haven't played City Skylines very much, which at this point I hadn't even cracked 100 hours on the game. So, and it had been a while since I played it, so I just went with just a very bog standard one-way loop. This sort of creating a main street. I mean, it still does look good, because in the middle here we put... So I did run out and buy some DLCs right before I started, so we ended up putting the local produce in here, because I'd never done local produce before. We have some high dense commercial on that other side. Once we unlocked it, it looks like it probably took a while to unlock it. We can see the high tech buildings here that we unlocked later and stuck in there. That would have all came much later. Would have came much later. We ended up replacing whatever the original thing was and building this monstrosity. A bunch of tunnels going on here. Not exactly the nicest looking thing in the world. So I'm pretty sure we did this without... I could be wrong, but I think we actually built this city without Move It. I'm pretty sure we didn't even have Move It. We have this crazy roundabout. This actually seems to be flowing decently, which I'm actually stunned. But you could see this is kind of... I mean, these roads, they're not... The angles are not right here. The angles are not right. Everything's just like a little bit off. Everything is... This isn't even a straight road here. This is straight here, but then this sort of goes off at a weird angle. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know. We got all this empty space here. I can't even truly explain what we were doing here. This is the first time I'd ever played on a snow map too, so you'll see some of the snow-themed parks just kind of like, dumped around randomly, just completely randomly. I mean, I don't know. This is a tennis court, actually, ironically, that we had downloaded. We didn't have more than probably like 10 assets downloaded. So yeah, I mean, apparently this is where we stuck all of our water treatment stuff. We just dumped it all there. Here, it looks like this is a forestry industry. And then it sort of bleeds into a agricultural industry that I think I wanted to be much more full. Yeah, it's just that no one's working in any of this. And back then I didn't really understand what to do about that. So you can see that the city is actually like super freaking out right now. In fact, what are these people freaking out about? Too few services. Interesting. So the city's freaking out, but here we go. Again, the game has been patched a bunch of times since we played on this, so kind of makes sense that things wouldn't be going right. What we do have is it still alive? Is it still alive? We had a granola co. Nope, it's dead. It blew up. So we had a granola co out here that I think we were trying to foster for a long time and keep alive, but nope. We have a bunch of industry out here. We have this. I mean, this is, I don't know, does this look good? Question mark. This is just us putting a bunch of power and snow dumps and everything in this area. Let's keep it. Sorry guys, again, like this isn't a super planned or thorough thought out tour because I don't even know what we're getting into here. So let's just keep it day-night cycle off so we can see what we're looking at. I love this. This to me proves that we did not have Move It, because I don't even know what we were trying to accomplish here, but this is a light bulb interchange, guys. We just did one of these in the snowy towns. So compare and contrast. compare and contrast this light bulb interchange to the one that we did in Snowy Towns. I mean, what is this nonsense? We got 3 lanes coming in here, 3 lanes going there. I mean, this is just complete chaos. This is complete chaos of design. This is our downtown area, which is basically nothing more than just a big square, right? Just a bunch of grid with like one curved road going through it, trying to break it apart. These look like we're just kind of following the water. I think we did that over here too. Yeah, just kind of followed the water. That's kind of a very easy tactic. This is, ooh, I think we put this in later. This is nice. This is actually something that I feel like we would do even today. This is kind of a nice little design. I don't know if it'd be so willy-nilly, but that's actually looking kind of nice. We put the prison just out here, I guess. International airport. We got some commercial in here, it looks like. Just a big downtown area. The expo center, we jammed that in there. What is this? Like, what is this? Did we have traffic management mod? I don't know. Let's check. Nope. Nope, we did not have any traffic manager mod edits, so we did not have traffic manager mod when we were building this city, which makes sense because I wouldn't have known what that was. What is this monstrosity, guys? Look at the curve on this road. Why does this need to be curved? Why does this need to be curved? I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. Actually, this area is probably the one area I'm actually proud of in the city, so we'll get to that in a second. So we have the industry out here. I'm kind of being sporadic here. This is just a bunch of housing. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. Kind of a yin-yang design. I remember, dude, I remember like this like it was yesterday. Are you kidding me? This actually looks kind of cool. You can actually see like we're improving. You can actually see the improvement from just going from where we started, like which was this area, to where we sort of finished over here. You could actually see the improvement. I mean, this was a later design and this area looks pretty nice. This was all later designed in this area. It's like it's sort of a parallelogram with this sort of yin-yang thing going on in the middle, and we have like a, you know, with the green cities, we have the community pool and a gymnasium over here. Then it comes into, I mean, like the city has no like beginning and end. There's no like rhyme or reason to any of this zoning. It feels very much like someone that just sort of picked up the game and started playing it. It looks really nice. Like this actually looks, I think this looks fantastic. These road networks, this was masterful for the time. This was absolutely, this honestly, some of this looks better. Some of this looks better than the chateau. This actually looks kind of masterful out here. Holy cow, I'm actually really surprised how good some of this looks. I'm actually shocked. This looks really good. This looks really good out here. This area looks nice. Sort of low dense, like sort of like a low dense haven in the middle of this urban area. Sort of getting pinched on both sides. Little bits of commercial here, but these are the eco housing. We did a lot of, like, this is all eco high dense too. So we did a lot, again, we were trying to use all the green city stuff because it was new for me. It was all new to me. Empty spaces here that are kind of like, what were we going to do in there? Were we going to put trees there or anything? I mean, were we going to put pedestrian walkways? I don't know. It doesn't look like we're doing anything. This actually heavily inspired an area on the chateau, right? The sort of the area that we named the 3 commercial circular area. That we kind of stole from this city, expanded upon it, did it differently. I don't know. It's just like, what were we doing here? But it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. I guess getting the road for these little bits here. The way that we just dumped all of these down isn't particularly what I'd call amazing, but dang. That's the city, guys. That's literally the entire city. We didn't go beyond that. We just built there and that was the end of it. Wow. Wow, guys. Some of this is like, did we even, wait a second, did we look at this? What is this thing? What is this thing, guys? Our double roundabout freeway interchange. That actually doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to this at all. Not bad for not having move it though, right guys? Not bad. I mean, what is this? Just random nonsense. Look at this tunneling. We were okay with this? Heck, I actually think this actually looked cool because I think once upon a time I was commenting how it actually looked like these people were coming in here and popping out over here. What in the world is going on with that jankiness? I'm scared to actually even look at the tunneled roads. Eek. Like, what is this mess? Avert your eyes, guys. Avert your sensitive eyes. Because this is just pure chaos. It's like there's little moments of brilliance. This is what I'm always talking about, guys. No matter what, no matter where you are in your City Skylines career or life or whatever, however you want to define your time with City Skylines, there will always be little strikes of genius. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think this area looks really good. I think this area is just borderline masterful. I mean, and then even this area actually looks really good. And the way that it fits in contrast with this area, it's like, wow. Wow. This was before we were trying to avoid four-way intersections. This was before Lazarus taught me the ways of the three-way intersection. But still, it's like how this area right here, it's almost like modern like level efficiency, you know what I mean? And awesomeness. And the rest of this is just, who knows? Who knows what we were doing? Just some grids, just all different kinds of road types being used, which is actually kind of cool in its own way. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, this is just some squiggly bits that actually doesn't look too bad. You know what? This city's growing on me. In fact, honestly, if you don't look at the freeway work, this city almost looks better than Chateau. I'm actually kind of like enjoying this city. It's kind of a nice little city. I'm kind of liking it, guys. This is so funny, though. This is really bringing back memories. This feels like it was 10 years ago. This is so crazy to me. I remember the first night we played City Skylines. It was on a Monday. And we'd done nothing but Tarkov up until that point, right? We'd literally done nothing but play Tarkov for 2 months. And we were going to try something new. And we played City Skylines. We had one of the best nights we'd ever had. We ended that night at the top of the list. The top of the browser list for City Skylines. We had 18 people in there. We had 10 followers that night. I kid you not. I kid you not. We had more followers that night than we had had any other day. And it was, the rest is history, guys. The rest is history. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.